On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
MLK realized this when he had made that his last speech. He said he felt like he walked his people into a burning building. And that's when he figured that he was going to go to DC to get his check. And that moment,
but he was wrong, Bruiser. He turned out to be wrong.
That's what I'm saying. He realized he was wrong the whole time.
No. He was wrong about saying he was leading his people into a burning building.
That's not what I've researched.
From what I researched, he is, and that's what I broke down this morning.
Did you see his very last speech?
But if he'd have lived to see how the black community turned out today, he would have realized he was wrong.
Yeah, but if his intentions and what he was trying to do as far as progression, and his change of mind in that speech, if any of those things was lucrative or happened or in any events related to what he was trying to do, the black community wouldn't be in this situation.
Anton, do you think that most black people are bad, quote unquote? Like,
yes.
Do you think you said yes? Okay, yes. So what makes you think that?
What makes me think that?
Mm-hmm.
Because we commit 40% of the murders and we're only 13.6% of the population. Half of these motherfuckers is in jail or they got a felony. The other half of them is gay. The other half of them got something on their record. And then you want to take Atlanta, for example, take the majority of what's going on in Atlanta. I just got back from that motherfucker and I did a video and I documented what was really happening and it was a piece of shit. If that's Wakanda, if that's a reflection of black people, oh yes, the majority of the black people are a piece of shit. 100%.
So I think you're letting, for example, murderers be representative of the entire black community. So like that's problematic. If you are saying
we created, that's awesome.
Huh?
This generation, what have we created? What community? What's so phenomenal about us?
I'm saying that
all of the cities that we inhabit is trash. We don't vote. We got a low voter turnout rate. The thing that we champion the most, which is rap music, is horrible and one of the worst things for us. We don't like our women. We want to get away from them. We got Save Yourself, Black Man. It's so many acronyms that's going on when it comes to getting rid of these women. Our women is masculine and they leading us to destruction. What else you want to know?
I'm saying that if you think most black people in any given place at any given time, like meaning more than 50% are bad, mm-hmm. I think you're letting a minority of people be representative of the entire group, and that's problematic. That would be like if we looked at, I don't even want to say it, but like a minority.
Go to any event, go to any black neighborhood and leave your doors unlocked and see what happened. Go to any event. Go to any event past 12 o'clock and tell me that you got a better chance of surviving than going to a white neighborhood at 12 o'clock at night.
Anton, what you've never been to
answer the question.
I'm not gonna tell me that I'm wrong about anything that I just said.
You've never been to an event with mostly black people where nothing violent or anything like that.
Not that I didn't throw myself. I'm in the crib. You know this. Everybody that go to every show know that after the show, I'm going straight to the hotel and I'm taking the first thing smoking on the way to the crib. Matter of fact, I'll do you one better. You won't even fucking show up to none of the shows. You won't even come to the shows.
But not because black people are there. That's not
we did 2 shows and you 0 for 2.
That's not the reason. But the thing I was about to say is at the shows, isn't the audience majority black? Has anything ever happened?
You won't even come to the shows. How can you question me?
I don't know where y'all hang out, but on some days I'm at a spot.
That's not the reason.
I don't know what your reason is.
Never had a problem.
I mean, it's not because black people. You know the reason that I'm not.
If I don't know what your reason is, then how do I know what your reason is?
So you think
you don't fucking live in a black community?
You think I'm not showing up?
I know where you live. You don't fucking live in the black community. What are you talking about?
I live in a very diverse community.
You don't live in the black community.
I live in a diverse community.
Okay. Listen. Before y'all hold me accountable for my thoughts, I need y'all actions to align with what y'all talking about on this panel.
Going to a place that has a lot of black people there does not mean something bad is going to happen, is what I'm trying to say.
You don't live in the black community. You don't support the black community. You don't do nothing.
How do I
You
not
don't even
support
come
the
to the
black
show.
community?
What are you talking
How do I
about?
not support the black community? I literally teach at an all black school, and yeah. So how do I not support the black community?
And you probably
take money.
Bitch. Soon as got that bell ring, you running out of that bitch, and you know it.
To her good community.
You know what you're saying is right.
All right, let's go get back on track, y'all. The trivial big picture, white lives matter. Who haven't gone yet?
I haven't went yet.
Go ahead, Bruiser.
I'll say it's big picture. I think they're supposed to have some type of documentary that come out. I think Candace Owens supposed to have one. I don't know what platform is going to be out, but it's going to be about something pertaining to White Lives Matter. I do think if Black Lives Matter was never a thing, you probably wouldn't see this T-shirt hanging around. But as far as Black Lives Matter go, I believe, it's not working in the best interest of Black people. I think it's just fraudulent, to be honest. They don't deal with the economic issues, so they aren't helping Black people. They confuse discrimination with racism. If they deal with racism, then maybe I could get down with Black Lives Matter, but they don't. Instead of police reform, we should focus on economic reform. So that if any law enforcement, or anyone take advantage of people, Black people, we can use our resources to punish them for their offenses. We could be using power and wealth to fight against police brutality, discrimination, hate, bigotry. But we don't have no power. We don't have no wealth. So, we don't own and control anything. If we look back at the 1960s, we fought for social integration. Instead of, we should have probably fought for economic integration. And I believe MLK realized this when he had made his last speech. He said he felt like he walked his people into a burning building. And that's when he figured that he was going to go to DC to get his check. And that moment,
but he was wrong, Bruiser. He turned out to be wrong.
That's what I'm saying. He realized he was wrong the whole time.
No. He was wrong about saying he was leading his people into a burning building.
That's not what I've researched.
From what I researched, he is, and that's what I broke down this morning.
Did you see his very last speech?
But if he'd have lived to see how the Black community turned out today, he would have realized he was wrong.
Yeah, but if his intentions and what he was trying to do as far as progression, and his change of mind in that speech, if any of those things was lucrative or happened, or in any events related to what he was trying to do, the Black community wouldn't be in this situation.